Hey, what's up, food truckers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing retread tires, their inherent dangers, and why you may or may not want to use them on your food truck. Let's dive in. What is a retread tire? Well, essentially it's an old tire that has had the tread removed and a fresh layer of rubber is put on, thereby extending the life of the tire. These are also known as recap, remold, or refurbished tires. So if you hear any of those terms, just know you're getting a retreaded tire. How do we identify retread tires from new tires? They all have new tread, so it's very difficult to tell. The only way is the manufacturer is required to stamp the date of the retread into the side of the tire. So if there's a date stamped on the sidewall, it's a retread. If there's no date stamped, it's a new tire, and you can be worry-free. Why are retreads so dangerous? Well, over the life of a tire, the steel belts inside the tire can be damaged. There can be weak spots in the rubber and the sidewall, and none of these issues will present themselves until it's too late and the tire fails, usually when you're driving down the highway at 55 miles an hour. If that does happen, if you have a blowout, if you have a tread separation, it is going to cause significant damage to your truck. This happened to me last year. I was driving to get the emissions test done on the food truck, and I had a tread separation on the tire. Now, because the wheel is spinning so fast, that tread comes off, and it is going to cause a significant amount of damage underneath your truck. Mine damaged the wheel well. It pulled the electrical system out of my truck. The propane system was damaged. It snapped the propane lines in half. It damaged a compartment right behind the wheel well where I was storing my generator. The generator was completely destroyed. So just so you know, if you do get a blowout or a tread separation, it is going to be a violent scene. Tons of stuff is going to break. I'll put a link in the description of a video that I made about the damage to my truck and how I went about fixing it. So you can check it out. It's pretty serious. Now, if this does happen to you and you do get a blowout, it damages your truck, you're going to call your insurance company and tell them what happened. They may ask you if this was a retread tire or a new tire. And if it is a retread tire, they might deny your claim. You'll be stuck paying for all the damages yourself. So just keep that in mind. Now, what are the pros and cons to retread tires? Well, I would say there's only one pro to a retread tire, and that is the cost. They're significantly cheaper than a new tire, and for good reason. You can depend on new tires, and a retread tire is essentially a ticking time bomb underneath your truck that could go off without warning at any time, and it will damage your truck significantly. Now, a new tire, you can get usually 30 to 80,000 miles depending on the type of tire and the quality of tire. A retread tire, you would be lucky to get 15, maybe 20,000 miles out of those tires, and you're going to be replacing them much more often. Now, if cost is an issue for you, and that's all you can afford is retread tires, that's okay. You need to make sure that you are constantly monitoring the air pressure inside the tire, checking it for bubbles, leaks, anything like that to make sure that tire is functioning properly. And I would highly suggest as soon as you do get the money to replace that tire with a new one, go ahead and do it. It will give you peace of mind and help you to not be so stressed out about whether or not you're even going to make it to the job that day. To me, completely worth spending the extra money. Get the new tires. You'll be just fine. All right. Well, I hope that this video taught you a little bit about retreads and why they may be dangerous. And definitely check out that other video of my truck and the repair process and everything that happened. It's pretty interesting. It was before I made that video before I created this channel, so the quality is whatever. I just did it for fun, just to kind of show friends of mine what they might be going through. So, all right, thank you so much. Appreciate you sticking around to the end. Have a great day. See you next time. Thanks for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you learned something, please feel free to pass it along. If you need more resources, head on over to callstreetlight.com. We have tons of financial planning advice there, spreadsheets for sales forecasts, expense forecasts, vendor lists, opening and closing checklists, and a number of other things that are going to help you run your food truck business more efficiently, cost you less money, and spend less time doing it. All right, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
The tires are the thing car that make contact with the road. Tires are the things on your car that make contact with the road. The tires are the things on your car that make contact with the road. The car is the thing on the road that takes you back to your abode. Take us